Hello and welcome to tonight's video where we go over my LCK All Pros for summer 2024 based 100% off of stats. Keep in mind this is not a fan vote like you saw released earlier today. Now, KDA, simple stat, we all know what that is. CS per minute, if you are around you know what that is. For my KDA, however, assists do count as half, so I do that myself. Kill participation, return on investment, which is damage divided by gold. Vision efficiency, which is vision score divided by wards placed. Solo kills, and I do not have the bot lane 2v2's kills. I did delete them on accident, which is not great. Gold difference, CS difference, and XP difference at 15 minutes. Those are the stats we look at. Now, in top lane, Keen leads the way. First in KDA, 3.3. He also was the highest in solo kills per game, well, tied with Doran. 12 solo kills. Gold difference, 606 ahead on average, ahead 11 CS, and 567 XP as well. Second in CS per minute, 8.3, and damage divided by gold, 1.42. Doran of HLE, first in KP, 60%, also had 13 solo kills. Second in gold difference, 359, 5 CS ahead, and 167 XP. So the two top laners ahead in the laning phase. Third in return on investment, 1.39. And then we have Clear. And people are going to definitely question the Clear pick because there's Zeus fanboys and a lot of people that like Kingen. And, are going to wonder why Clear is up here. Well, there were, I think, at least 3 weeks where he was one of the best top laners in the LCK statistically, and that pans out across the entire split. In the end, he was top 3 across the board. Second in KP, 58% vision efficiency, 2.97 vision score per ward placed. And he was third in solo kills with 10. Other leader, CS per minute leader, Kwangdong Freaks, Doodoo, 8.8. Return on investment, Kingen of D plus Kia, 1.45. And vision efficiency, Miley of Nongshim Red Force, 3.03. In the jungle role, Canyon, first in KDA, 4.2. CS per minute, 6.9. He also dominated the laning phase ahead, 381 gold, 9 CS, and 463 XP on average, which were first in all three. Second in return on investment, 1.42. After that is Cuz of the Freaks. CS per minute, he was tied with Canyon, 6.9. He led in damage divided by gold, 1.43. And vision efficiency, he had 4.61 vision score per ward placed. Second in CS difference, ahead 4. Third in XP difference, ahead 118. In third, we have Owner. He led in solo kills with 6. Second in vision efficiency, 4.51. And tied with Cuz in CS difference, ahead 4. Third in CS per minute, 6.7, and gold difference ahead 172. The only other notable kill participation leader was Pioshik with 78% of his team's kills he had his fingerprints on. Mid lane, Chovy. First in KDA, 5.2, CS per minute, 10.5, vision efficiency, 3.59. Ahead, 532 gold, 12 CS, and 335 XP. Second in return on investment, 1.69, which is just a hair less than BDD, who was first in that category, 1.7 for KT, and he's the second best mid. Second in KP, 69%. Third in KDA, 3.2, and gold difference ahead 63. That goes to show you just how much Chovy and Zeka dominated the laning phase in the LCK this summer, that the third best gold difference was only 60 gold. Zeka, second in KDA, 4.1, solo kills with 10, gold difference 312, ahead 8 CS and 150 XP. Third in CS per minute, 9.8, and you may say, why is he second team behind BDD if he dominated laning phase so well? Well, the return on investment was not great, if I recall. The kill participation was definitely last place, and just tanked a couple stats, and in the end, you tank a couple stats, and you're not going to be... You could be first high up in a bunch of categories, but if you're tanking stats, it's not going to work. Other notables, Kiahu of DRX up Yahoo of DRX. Led in kill participation, 69%. Solo kill leader was Faker of T1 with 11. Bot lane duos. I combined bot lane stats because of the Senna meta. It really screwed things up, and it did not really stop until we got quite a way through summer, so got to keep them combined. Viper Delight of HLE. First in CS per minute, 11.5. Solo kills 11. CS difference ahead 11. Combined in XP difference, 496. Second in KDA, 3.3. Vision efficiency up 2.15. Then we have aiming and Kellen. And you're going to say, why is Kellen on here? Why not Moham? Well, if you watched my video yesterday, Moham played 10 games. So I'm not going to put somebody with 10 games on the board. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention the fact that Moham's beating teams that Kellen also beat. Maybe not as soundly, but in the win-loss column in the series total, he still won against teams Kellen already beat. Kellen, in my opinion, is a very good support. I said it yesterday. Aiming, I don't think he was on. There's a chance he was not on the top 3 LCK when statistically he had one of the best splits ever, broke records. So it's partially why I would say it was a fan vote that he's not on there. I think it's an absolute joke. Aiming is MVP of the split because he broke all those records. Like if Pays or Guma or Viper are setting those records, everybody is probably glazing them figuratively. So, I mean, I understand the off the rift issues, and that could be very well why, but at that point, don't even have him in the league if that's how you feel. If you're, is this a vote based on how they performed, or is this a vote based on how you feel? In which case, it's a fan vote, and no longer based on how they performed or how statistically they did. Now, Amy and Kellen combined were second in CS per minute at 11.2, gold difference up 574, and XP difference 297. Third in KDA 3.2, kill participation 73%, return on investment 1.34, and we're ahead 6 CS. So Amy and Kellen still combined did absolutely great before Moham even started playing for them. Deft and Barrel, first in return on investment. So Deft and Barrel, Guma Carrier, and Pays and Lahans were all tied in my statistical analysis. Literally, when you look at all the categories and how they ranked in the categories and weights and things like that, they were tied. So then I went to who is first in the most categories. Well, Guma Carrier were only first in 1, so they were out, and it was between Pays Lahans, Deft Barrel. They were both first in 2 categories. However, Deft and Barrel were second in a category, and Pays and Lahans were not. So Deft and Barrel end up third team. So first in return on investment, which is damage divided by gold, 1.36, and we're the most efficient in the terms of vision, 2.23. Second in kill participation, 74%. Third in XP difference, up 368. Other notables, Pays Lahans, led in KDA, 3.5, and solo kills with 11. The return on investment leaders were Teddy and Playeta of DRX, 1.51. I did do all the stats for those bot lane duos who played the most games. So, for instance, KDF, I took Leaper stats from the Quantum games out and then redid the math. Henna and Duro, I took out the Execute games for Henna. Playeta, I took the Paddock games out. What else do we have? Brion, I took the Somver games out, and for Palu, and then there's another one I'm missing. D+, I said it already. I took the Moham games out, and aiming still is up there in second. So it's just, I don't know, like, we knew like, it's a farce. It's a farce, it's a shame. I jokingly say fan vote because, in my opinion, fans have no business participating in votes like this and determining things like this, because in the end, fans have way too many biases and will just not even think about what's happening on the Rift and maybe how a player looks or whatever to decide who wins and who loses. We see in the LPL with their all-star games and shit all the time. Now that's a real farce. So, um, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, they were way off because they're not. Because I mean, Gen.g do dominate my board. First team: Keen, Canyon, Chovy, Viper, Delight. I mean, I could see an argument. Second team: Doran, Cuz, BDD, Eamon, Kellen. Okay. And third team is where people are going to say why it's clear on there. Statistically, did well. Owner, Zeka, Deft, and Barrel. Um, so that's the deal here. Um, I saw somebody on Reddit, I think, even maybe say, well, this player didn't do that well in the second round robin. Well, when we look at the best players of summer 2024's regular season, you cannot ignore half the games, but you also cannot ignore the other half of the games. Like it's just not how that works. So you got to look at them in their totality. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.